everybody, it's Chris here from Serene Education with the 4 major stones update for the 24th of April 2013. Morning guys. Going to be going with 4 majors this morning using our FX8 template on MT4. Let's have a look at the euro and see what happened on the daily. Okay, so looking straight away, you can see got mixed results on the actual box here, the indicator box. Pretty much red towards the daily 4 hour, feeding into the hourly. The first thing I look at is obviously trend direction in terms of where the institution is, and you can see that the majority of the institutions is still above price, acting as resistance, bar the monthly for the 4 hour and the 5-minute chart. However, none of the intraday upside that we're getting is genuine sentiment because the R squared is flat. And you can see on the daily we have been in a consolidation, and what I did yesterday was I actually painted a box. I wanted price to get below that box, and if I go to my 4 hour chart, you can see there was a consolidative range that I wanted price to really get below, and it subsequently did do that. However, we have as I mentioned, the 4 hour chart is the one where the institution is still below price, and you can quite clearly see that's where price actually rallied down into. So need to get below that. So it's trading below this consolidation here, which is telling us it's still negative sentiment because it's forming lower swings, and my moving average is above price. It's still trading below the monthly fib retracement area here in the shape of 38.2, and if that's the case, then ultimately if we get below this institution intraday, then we should be targeting that 23.6, which is our price support and resistance. RMO and the MACD are below the 0 line on each one, and what we need now, you can see the consolidation overnight, but if this is a true breakout, we want to see price breaking lower than the consolidation here. So 1296 needs something to close below that. We need price to see price closing below that level, ideally on a bigger time frame. In my case, I'd like to see a 4 hour candle close lower than that to show me that sentiment is looking positive to the downside. And if that's the case, then anything below that institution to the next fib level, which would be our next major support and resistance level, you're looking roughly around about the 240 pip mark. So there's enough pips on this to see for some great profits to the downside if and when price closes lower than this 1296. So be patient, look for that break below this area here, and look to target the 23.6 down here at roughly 1271. Moving on to sterling, major fall over the past couple of months. And what it's seen now is price breaking below that 15,300 major support and resistance level, and we've seen a consolidation over the past couple of weeks. So this consolidation now, past couple of months, apologies, this consolidation now taking place at the underside. You can see the white line over here, and you can also see a red line behind it. That is our monthly fib retracement in the shape of the 23.6 mark. You can just see it there, roughly. That is going to be our 15,300 mark, and you can see price actually breaking above it over a number of days, however not being able to stick to it. Very, very important. If price breaks higher, it needs to find support, and then it needs to kick on. You'll notice in this upside move here, bar a couple of days where price actually remained positive, not one of them actually found support to edge her higher. If she had, then ultimately we should have been looking roughly around the 15,700 mark. You can see here the 38.2 would have been our first target. Second target, the 50 here percent retracement. 61.8 would have taken us back towards the institution, and 78.6 is way up here at 1600 before we take those highs that we saw way back in the start of January. So as it stands at the moment now, you can see we have a red arrow, red candles, and we're below the 5300. It is moving sideways. The RMO is below, and the MACD is still below. Our institution on our time frames across the board, bar the 4 hour, are still above price acting as resistance. However, you can see intraday we're still seeing a bit of positiveness. However, that positiveness is not genuine because the R squared isn't blue, so it's not telling us it's genuine positive sentiment. So as long as it maintains that scenario intraday, then there's likely for sterling to fall even further. To do so, we do need to see this break here, near-term break being broken through, this support here, sorry, at 15,817 being broken to see any further downside for the remainder of this week. Here's the intraday 4 hour time frame. You can see swing lows, swing low, swing low, swing low. You can see quite clearly price yesterday not really playing game and finding near-term consolidation, and it's still above the institution. Very, very important price. Ideally, you want all these ones to be showing you direction in the direction of the overall trend. So you want to see a lot of negativity here on your institution, and you can see quite clearly intraday we're seeing a lot more blue than red, and that's shown on the actual chart. So got to get below this institution here, especially on the 4 hour. You want these bigger time frames if you have to be driving price lower. Once we do get that, then we should be looking to the downside. If not, then price is just going to consolidate under the 15,300. So very skittish recently, and she's maintained below the 15,300. If we don't see a break quite soon of this current support area here and this institution on our 4-hour, we could expect further consolidation for the foreseeable future. On to the US dollar Swiss franc. This particular pair, we had a tweezer bottom. We spoke about it over the retreat last week. Heading into the weekend, we had a nice tweezer bottom. And we wanted that constitutes to positiveness, but we were trading below the institution. We wanted to get above all that. Monday and Tuesday looked very, very hesitant. However, yesterday we saw a nice bull move to the upside, breaking above all of this. Ideally, for this to be a long-term support, a genuine long-term trade to the upside, we would need to get above this consolidation that we're seeing right now, which is this white horizontal line. That is at about 99.53 and change. Get above that, and there's a lot cleaner air to the upside. You can see that I have the 61.8, which is my monthly high. That'll be a nice target because that constitutes my prior support and resistance level high, major high. And so where we're trading now into this consolidator range here, you're looking at about 90 odd pips, but you've got to be very, very aware that going into a major support and resistance level in this shape, you're going to see a lot of consolidation. So there's going to be a lot of erratic trading. So if you are trading to this level here at the 955, please do it really with a lot of knowing that there's going to be a very strong potential for consolidation, a lot of speculative trading or consolidated trading as we head into this area here. Ideally, break above here would constitute for far better trading conditions because there's less likely to see further erraticness. Okay, so be aware of that. Institution is pretty much beside, bar our weekly and our monthly. In the institution moving average on every other time frame is below price, so we know it's supporting her. The intermediate is high because of this tweezer bottom. We are trading above the weekly Fib retracement area here in the shape of the 23.6, which you found support. You can see price spent more time above this level than below it, so this constitutes a nice strong support now. As long as you can get above this current consolidation area to the downside, we could be making new highs. And if you see higher highs, that means we're in an uptrend. So RMO above, MACD above, all looking good on our daily. The only thing we have over here, we have some selling intraday, but not with sentiment because it's still showing downside. We want the R squared to complement. So if this was selling, we want the R squared to be blue. However, you can see here on our hourly and 4-hour, we're seeing positive, genuine buying sentiment. So as long as that occurs, we should see topside being the favorite. On to the last pair of the day, the US dollar Japanese yen. Very bull move. You could see not a hell of a lot of red. However, you can see on my 30-minute, hourly, 4-hour, and daily, my R squared is not in the same direction as the overall trend, which is blue. So it's telling that sentiment moving higher is not genuine. And you can see quite clearly we're trading into a major support and resistance level, Fib retracement level on the monthly time frame for this particular pair. So this is from my highs in 2007 to my lows in 2011. It's plotted these areas here, the 23.6, the 38, and my 50. The 50 near term has been a major sticking point for this pair, and price is looking positive. However, we need to see price getting above this. All the moving averages bar the monthly are below price. You can quite clearly see that. However, these 4 time frames here in the middle, mid-trend, you're seeing consolidation. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see here quite clearly price is looking positive, but we still need to get above this. We've been about it a couple of times, however, not finding support and really moving with price to the upside. So it remains very consolidative at the moment. Now, ideally, you want to see these time frames of here, the R squared going positive to confirm the breakout. So we need a nice bullish engulfing candle break higher than this 50% line here at the, what's that, the 99.54 mark. And once we've done that, ideally, we want to see a nice R squared to be complementing price as she moves higher. You can see the RMO is above. However, our MACD is still below. We want these two to mirror each other, and you'll be in a nice strong trend. So consolidative at the moment for the US dollar Japanese yen. Be patient, wait for the breakout of the current highs. Once you've done that, look for R squared to confirm that positive drive. That sentiment is behind price on the upside, and once you get that, then we'll start looking for entry points, stops, and targets. Okay, guys, that's it for today on the 4 majors. Nice and short and sweet. Please, if you are using this template or any of the other Serene Education templates, please back it up with sound money management. Very, very important. Great template, no money management, failure. in that order. Okay, so it's important. You do need to practice money management, and it's got to be really sound money management. Okay. Other than that, if anybody out there is interested in trading this particular chart or templates, please get a hold of us at customerservices@sereneeducation.com for further information, and we will do our best to get it to you as soon as possible. Other than that, have a fantastic day. Please look at any news today. We have a bit of everything. This afternoon we got the Bank of Canada Governor Carney speaking. This morning on Euro we got German information climate figures. We got mortgage approvals for the British, for the UK. Apologies. We've also got the CBR sales figures. US market we got core durable goods month-on-month figures. Expecting a positive figure there. Be interesting that happens. However, on the durable good order, we're expecting a negative one. So a bit of mixed match there. We got, however, a really important one is the crude oil inventories for the US market. That deciphers how much production we have out there. The less the US the less oil the US is storing means there's less production. So the more oil they store, the more production. So that's a good sign. So look for positiveness side to give you further sentiment for the US dollar to rally. So overall. And then tonight we have the Australian and the New Zealand markets closed because of a bank holiday. Okay, so that's it in short. Please keep abreast of the news out there, factor it into your trading, and keep it simple. Otherwise, have a fantastic trading day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Until then, you guys trade serene.